Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Tom.
And this is Points to Live It Up.
Today we're going to take you on a trip we recently took to Munich, Germany. We're going to show you some of the best sights to see, some great places to eat. We're going to show you a few secret spots you might miss if you're not looking closely. And we're also going to show you how to do it and save a whole lot of money at the same time. So come with us to Munich.
On this trip, we flew directly from Charlotte to Munich, and then we went to our hotel, which was the Andaz Munich by Hyatt.
The great thing about this, we arrived early in the morning. We were going to drop our bags because we had to change and head to Oktoberfest. We got there for the last Saturday of Oktoberfest. But the Andaz was so gracious, we didn't just have to go to a bathroom and change. They gave us full access to the spot, no charge. They took care of us. We had access to showers, anything you could imagine. So we had a great place to change into her dirndl and my lederhosen. Oktoberfest takes place from mid-September to the first Sunday of October every year. It's got 3 weekends, 2 full weeks packed in the middle of it. It's an amazing event that's been going on since 1810, and it sees almost 7 million visitors a year now. Oktoberfest centers around massive beer tents that can hold up to 12,000 people in them. It has classic carnival rides like the Ferris wheel, the Olympia looping, the Devil's Wheel, and the toboggan. It's got unique vaudeville shows, authentic food stalls, tons of souvenirs, and vibrant parades, all set against a backdrop of live music and Bavarian culture.
The first and most important point is to dress in traditional lederhosen and dirndls. Do not wear costume clothes if you want the locals to offer you a space at their table. There are plenty of stores there to pick up authentic apparel, or you can order one online ahead.
Keep in mind, cash is king at Oktoberfest, so make sure you have plenty of euros on hand when you go. And we're also going to highly recommend, if you want the best view of the grounds, make sure you hop on the Ferris wheel, because you can see all of Oktoberfest from there.
Be sure to print a map of the grounds ahead of time and map out what you plan to see and do. You will find plenty of unexpected treats along the way, but you need to know when and where you plan to get into a beer tent.
The tables and the tents go on sale up to 9 months in advance, so they're likely going to be sold out when you start to plan your trip. So my advice, if you're in a group of 2, 3, 4 people, you can probably still get a seat without a problem. You've just got to be kind, have fun with the locals, and make sure they know you're going to be a good time to hang out with.
One tip to live it up is to go to the tents early in the day or an hour before reservation times change over. This is your best shot to find a seat.
On our second day in Munich, we saw some of the more traditional sites and spent our time around the downtown area.
The Glockenspiel is located in the Marienplatz in the historic center of Munich. The clock is made up of 32 statues and 43 bells. The show starts at 11 a.m. every day and again at noon, featuring a joust in honor of the marriage of William V of Bavaria and the Cooper's dance to celebrate the return to life after the plague of the early 16th century. Our advice would be to catch the 11 a.m. show and then climb up St. Peter's Tower just outside the square to enjoy the noon show. It is a unique vantage point that allows you to look down on the crowded square and still face the Glockenspiel.
Around the corner from the Marienplatz, you will find one of the most famous churches in all of Munich and all of Germany. The Frauenkirche was built in 1468. A legend is developed over the years that the architect made a deal with the devil to fund the project. The devil demanded that there be no outside light allowed into the church. The architect did build windows, but they were slightly hidden from the back of the church by the columns, and he initially deceived the devil. Once the devil walked slightly further into the church, all of the windows were exposed to him. In a fit of rage, the devil stomped his foot onto the marble and left an imprint that you can still find today. A few blocks away, you can find a lesser-known treasure of Munich. Following the beer hall putsch of 1923, that party that was in charge around that time erected a monument to the party marchers that were killed by local police. Officers of the party were then stationed at the monument, and citizens were forced to salute the monument when they passed by. Many Germans, in an act of quiet defiance, refused to walk past the monument and took a nearby alley to avoid the act of saluting. Today, you can find the golden cobblestones in the alley that lead you along the golden path where you can experience the silent defiance of that regime.
The Munich residence is Germany's largest city palace, the former seat of Bavarian rulers from 1508 to 1918, showcasing centuries of opulent art and history through its mix of Renaissance, Baroque, and neoclassical styles. Key highlights include the massive Renaissance antiquarium hall, ornate rooms like the theater, elaborate courtyards, and extensive royal collections offering a journey through Bavaria's political and cultural past.
Outside the residence, you will find the Hofgarten or the Royal Gardens. This scenic walk will lead you to the English Garden. Along the way, make sure that you find one of the most unique sights in all of Munich. This is a spot where you can witness year-round surfers in a river at the center of Munich. Stop at the bridge above them for the best view.
Further into the English Garden, you'll find the perfect spot for a beer on a hot day at the Chinese Beer Garden. This large pagoda is surrounded by tables and is a favorite spot for locals to soak up some sun.
When leaving the Chinese Beer Garden at the English Garden, don't miss the Schwabinger Osterwaldgarten. Even if you were grabbing just a coffee or some dessert, they have some of the most unique apple strudel in all of Munich. Another stop you might want to make is the Olympic Park, where you can visit the stadium and grounds of the 1972 Olympics. Inside the Olympic Park, you will find the Attentat Memorial dedicated to the Jewish athletes and delegates that were killed during the terrorist attacks at those games. The BMW Museum and Experience is also very close to the park.
Alliance Stadium is home to the most decorated team in all of German soccer, Bayern Munich. If there isn't a match while you're in town, they have a museum on site and you can take a tour that puts you behind the scenes in the locker room, on the bench, and in the media center.
There's history all over Munich. On the last day, we went just to the northwest of the city and visited Dachau concentration camp. It's located just outside Munich and is definitely worth the visit. This memorial features a museum, many of the original facilities, and gives you a better understanding of the events that took place here. The camp was first established by the National Socialist government, opening in 1933. It was liberated by American forces in late April of 1945.
There are numerous cafes and restaurants all over the city, and the key is to experience the unique local delicacies. Be sure to try the Sauerbraten, Bratwurst, and Schweinsachse. Don't forget a side of Spatzel and Bavarian potato salad.
A visit to Munich isn't complete without trying a Bavarian breakfast featuring Weisswurst sausages. These are white sausages that are boiled. A little pro tip on this, be sure to take the casing off if you want to eat like the locals. Just cut right down the middle and open it up. Finally, if you were looking for the perfect pint, I would recommend J.W. Augustiner. All the pubs in the city are tied to a local brewery, and it'll be easy to spot the Augustiner logo at the door or on their website if you're looking in advance.
Anytime we travel, we like to use points or miles to save money on travel costs. And for this trip, we flew directly from Charlotte to Munich. We used 55,000 Alaska Airlines miles flying on American, and we only had to pay $36 for taxes and fees. We saved almost $1,000 by using that option. For our hotel, we stayed at the Hyatt Andaz, Schwabinger, and we used 69,000 points that we transferred from Chase Ultimate Rewards over to Hyatt. The stay would have cost us over $2,700 for those 3 nights.
Thanks for coming to Munich with us. Be sure to like and subscribe.
And join us next time on Points to Live It Up.